I am Slick Nick, and welcome to my second installment of my new series, COVID Chronicles. It was 24 hours ago that I made my first little episode after having just learned yesterday evening that I officially have COVID. So I want to, first of all, tell what today was like on day number 2. I did work from home as I always do. I had to lay down for like 30 minutes just because I couldn't see straight. And I will say that I couldn't quite walk straight either for most of the day, but I could sit in a chair and do my job. I, for the most part, still didn't have much of a sense of taste. As far as medicine goes, vitamin C, elderberry syrup, things like that. And still just sticking to my normal diet too, which largely is not consuming any calories until noon, just sticking with coffee and that sort of thing. I want to make sure that I get plenty of water, as far as still drinking a gallon of water a day. So nutrition and hydration is very important. So as far as how I felt, I did take like an Alka-Seltzer last night for the nighttime, and then another for the daytime, and I took an ibuprofen. So that's it. I mean, I've had worse sinus infections, and I guess that's the thing too. It's like, so far I haven't had any drainage going on, and it was like yesterday I had all this achiness in my legs, and then today in the afternoon it started going away, but then just all this sinus pressure started going to my head. So right now it's almost like I feel it coming out, like the pressure is relieving itself, and perhaps and I do feel like I've got more energy now too, I mean, comparatively speaking. So there's a good chance tomorrow I'll feel better. I may go on a long walk outside, just to get back on track if I have the energy. So what I want to do is I want to go through yesterday's video and answer some of your questions that you left in the comments. So posted 24 hours ago, had 221 views, 26 comments, 13 thumbs up and 1 thumbs down. So one person didn't like the fact that I admitted that I have COVID. I don't know what the agenda was there in not liking someone admitting that they have COVID. That was interesting. So a couple of videos. So Review Bra said, quote, "Your voice changed." There's ZHD, "Get well, Nick Shell." Hey, that rhymes. Why do I not hear that? Well, I don't hear that very often because I'm not sick. I'm not the kind of person who gets sick. Saeed said, "This is a sensitive topic, Nick. My uncle passed away from this earlier last year." Man, I hate to hear that. That is really sad. And then Andrew Moss says, "I'm sure you'll recover strong and be bursting with antibodies since you recover." Thank you. I mean, if Donald Trump can overcome COVID, surely I can, right? That's one way I look at it. DG186E says, "I think we're all going to get it eventually, but I hope you recover quickly." Oh, here's Chris Topher. I didn't see this one. "COVID is a huge hoax, you morons. Stupid sheeple." Wow. I mean, maybe so, but I mean, I do have the documentation to prove that I have COVID. Should I go get that again? I mean, and granted, I mean, if we want to go with the concept that it's really just the flu, different name, I mean, okay. But ultimately, I mean, I do have documentation, which I think that was a comment on here as well. Stanky FX said, "That's it, Nick. You need a year off work now. Apparently the virus is more dangerous than being able to feed yourself." Okay. Paul C. Oh, this is interesting. Paul C said, "Why did you feel the need to show proof? Makes it seem like you have an agenda here." And one person gave that a thumbs up. So here once again, I gave proof. Why? Well, 2 reasons. Because first of all, I know that there are always trolls who are in the comment section, or just people who question everything I do. So I knew that if I didn't show paperwork that I have COVID, someone would say, what would they say? You tell me. 4 minutes and 45 seconds into this. You can leave a comment right now. I think it'd be fun. Leave a comment and predict what I anticipated people would say if I didn't show paperwork. Go ahead and leave that comment right now. The answer is, I speculated that people would say I don't really have COVID, that I'm just doing this to get views. So that's one reason I showed the paperwork. But the other one is I'm just looking into the future as far as what if you're not allowed to do certain things if you are susceptible to COVID. But if you have paperwork to prove it, then it's like your ticket. Like, okay, I've already had it. I've already done that. So I think that's important. I mean, for this video, if I'm going to make a video about me having COVID, I might as well be able to make sure there's no doubt in your mind that it's real. Our friend Archer Kohoot says, congrats with a new viral content, and I got 5 thumbs up. Let me see if I can give it one. Nope, I already gave it one of the 5. I tried to give it another and I took it away. Our friend Nasreen says, I hope you can recover soon. Here we go. A, just the letter A had this to say, not even COVID will stop the ultimate alpha male. 3 thumbs up on that. Our friend Omar Zamzam from Egypt, I believe, Godspeed, you Nick. Hope you'll be cured. I think I might be positive for Corona. Okay, Travis Hill says, are you a Tennessee Titans fan? Yesterday I was wearing a t-shirt that has the Tennessee State on it and it says y'all or something. And of course, I get most of my clothes at Marshall's, and it was just some shirts they had there, some Tennessee themed shirts. So I'm not really a sports fan, but I mean, by all means, like if you live in the Nashville area like I do, then by default, yeah, you support the Titans, you support the Predators. I would say, and I've lived here for 15 years, I'd say overall though, people care more about hockey than they do about football in this particular town, as far as our sports go. That's my perception of someone who's lived here for 15 years. So, see if I got any more comments. Okay, yeah, that's pretty much on Stinky Cheese. Get well soon, Nick. So there we go. So ultimately, I guess I could open it up to any questions if anybody has questions about having COVID and what that is like. But I mean, like I said, I've had a lifetime of having sinus infections growing up. And I think a lot of it's just because I can't drink dairy. Like I can't drink milk. Like I can have cottage cheese, I can have whey protein, but I can't drink milk. And I think that was a lot of why I had so many issues growing up. I just didn't eat healthy either growing up. So I don't really have many sinus or allergy problems anymore, but this is really what it reminds me of. Minus the sinus. We're rhyming a lot today. Get well, Nick Shell, minus the sinus. But yeah, I don't so far have anything going down into my throat where it gets in my chest and then I have to cough it out. Hopefully I won't. But it's like at this point, it's like literally, it started in my legs being achy and then it just kind of came out through this way. So there you go. My 8 minutes are up. Do you know why I do 8-minute videos? Do you know why all YouTubers do that? Because it's part of the algorithm that you're gonna be in more people's suggested feed if you do 8 minutes. Your comments belong right here.